Hey,
Hey,
Don.
Ben.
Hey, everyone.
Bonnie, I'm excited to talk about our Star Consultant program.
Yeah, me too. It's been
Why
one
do
of
you
my
think I was?
favorites.
And you know what, Bonnie? We grew up. We've been to Mary Kay, and I'm going to show something because Bonnie, we just got back from seminar, and on my bling badge, it says 121. Bonnie, how many quarters? If so, people who are watching this, that means that I've been a Star Consultant 121 quarters. Which, if you're doing the math, yes, I've been a Star Consultant over 30 years. And I think in all the years I've been in Mary Kay, I think the first quarter and maybe one other quarter, I wasn't a star because I've been in 31 years. So, I mean, that is just amazing, isn't it, Bonnie? And how many quarters have you
It
been?
is. Well, I'm already done with my quarter star for this quarter. So my badge said 149. So now it's 150. How
Oh
many is
my God,
that? That's a lot.
that's yeah.
That's a lot of prizes. That's a lot. I love it.
So, Bonnie, in the simpleness, that means we've had the opportunity to go into Mary Kay every quarter and pick a prize. And prize could be a necklace, they could have been earrings, they could be a bag, they could be like a tote bag, they could be anything. What is the best Star Consultant prize that you have gotten,
Oh my
Bonnie?
gosh. You know what? Probably one that I wore out and probably still works, but I don't use it anymore is my Apple. Well, I don't even know what it's called anymore. That played music, the little thing that about this big played music. What
Like
was
the
that
iPod?
called?
Like an
An
iPod?
iPod. Yes. Oh my gosh, that probably is one of the one that got used a lot. Um, but yes, I mean, if you go into my kitchen, my Dawn silverware too, my flatware, my dishes. If you go on our decks, my that fire table, I love the furniture. Dawn and I have matching furniture. So it's just been, and sometimes they're little things, but they're just always things that sometimes you maybe wouldn't buy for yourself. And what I love about the Mary Kay prizes is that you look at it and you think it's nice, but when you get it, it's always at least twice as nice, twice as big. It is always a fabulous prize. So it is a great way to be rewarded. And I love that Mary Kay, it's never instead of money. It's you've earned the money through the quarter when you're working. It's always in addition to the money. So I love that.
Bonnie, I must say, I earned a pink Mary Kay bicycle during COVID. I ordered one of those propane heaters. You know, people couldn't get propane heaters. And my husband came home from work because he was working during COVID. I mean, went to the office and he goes, "You got one of those?" I'm like, "Yep." And I sat outside and you know, it was cold that night. And I'm like, this is just the best prize. It's stuff you wouldn't go out and buy yourself, but for 131 quarters, I've got to pick a little prize or a big prize, TVs, you name it. And
Mhm.
yes, so not that, okay, Bonnie, we're not prize motivated,
Yes.
are we?
Well, you know what's so funny? And I have to throw this in there because when I went to my first unit meetings when I was brandy new and I saw people getting prizes and people were applauding, and I was like, I don't need prize. I need cash. I don't need a prize. And then I won my first prize and still got the cash, but I won my first prize and I realized how good it feels to be recognized for doing a good job because isn't that the truth? Like you, most of the time in most jobs and quite often in life we only hear things when it's not right, like there's something wrong. So when you do good and people recognize that, it's such a good feeling. And not only do does Mary Kay award you a prize and recognize you, but your sales directors do, and we just you get recognition for doing that, and it's always just such a good feeling for doing that. So
Yep. And so, Bonnie, as we're kind of going to go through this, we're going to do some technical like stuff and tell people the star levels. And it's kind of fun because, um, yes. So Bonnie, there are star dates. And star dates, I remember when I first came into Mary Kay, they used to run beginning of the month till the end of the month. And what they did was the company made it smart. It runs from, like, the one we're in right now starts June 16th till September 15th. And then the next one starts September 16th and goes till December 15th, then 12/16 to 3/15, and then 3/16 to 6/15. So that way they're not competing with the end of the month. Now that we do everything online, you have to have this, everything that counts ends at midnight. You can't the next day and assign an order. It ends when it ends. And so
done. Yep. Yes.
And then, Bonnie, there are star levels, right?
And I remember as being a new consultant. So if you are, maybe you've been in a while and maybe you've never understood it, or maybe it's been a while, or maybe you're brandy new and you're like, I was just like, star team builder, star consultant, star this, star that, sapphire, ruby, emerald, diamond. I was like, what in the world is all this lingo? Well, the good news is that once you know it, you know it. It doesn't change. This is like one of the longest running contests. I've been in Mary Kay almost 40 years. This was a contest that was going on when I started my Mary Kay business. So this isn't something new. It's not going to change. So once you know it, you know it. So, and that's exciting. Okay, Dawn, should I tell them the levels?
Yes.
Okay. So the first level of being a star consultant is 1,800, and that is a sapphire star. And these are, and which you receive 1 point for every wholesale dollar in Section 1 products purchased from Mary Kay. That's one way of getting it. But so when you hear 1,800, it's like 1,800 is the first level, and you have ordered at least 1,800 wholesale dollars worth of products within that quarter. Ruby is 2,400, so it's in 600 increments. And if you're a brand new consultant, you remember your beginning, there's a lot of 600 increment kind of stuff. So emerald is 3,000, diamond is 30, other way around. Diamond is 3,000, emerald is 3,600, and pearl is 4,800. So those are the different levels. So in order to be a star consultant, 1,800 is the amount you have to achieve. Now, how you get more prizes and more points is when you have a new team member, when you have a new recruit who submits her new consultant agreement to Mary Kay, and she places at least 600 wholesale, another 600. So just always think 600 increments for things. When she places 600 within that quarter, so let's say you recruited her, what month is it? August. And before September 15th, let's say she places at least a $600 order, you get an extra 600 bonus points on your star level. So if you are a sapphire star and you had a new consultant who came in, you would suddenly be at 2,400 because she gave you the extra 600 points. Yep. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, listen to us again or call us and we can do that.
The only time it gets really weird is, let's use somebody's agreement and they sign it on September 15th. If she signs her agreement and she doesn't get her 600 in, you might forego that. But remember, I was always raised in Mary Kay that we don't wait to recruit someone, because if you wait, they might talk to somebody and they might get talked out of an opportunity. You will have more bonus points again. Does that make sense? So,
yeah. And the same holds true for them when you are a new consultant, you might be placing your inventory order, and when you have at least 1,800 during the quarter that you've placed, you are going to get not only your bonus bundles, but you're also going to be a star consultant. So that is kind of a great thing to be watching when you're a brand new consultant. So Dawn, what is a star consultant? Here we are talking about it. We're talking about all these points. Like, Tell us what
This is just
what it is.
this is just a contest at Mary Kay. It's the longest running sales recognition program, and it's a new consultant or any consultant can be one. You can be in the company and never been a star consultant and decide that you want a track to run on. And what I say a track to run on is if you average out what a star consultant is, it's selling $300 a week. 4 weeks in a row, that would be about $1,200. And then if you're reordering what you are replacing what you had on your shelf, because remember it's sell, order, sell, unless you're a new consultant, or if you're buying holiday and you're boosting your inventory, it's just a way to get rewarded for work well done. And Bonnie, when we were growing up in Mary Kay, there was even something that we heard, falling off the star, of being consistent selling. Also, no star, no car. You are becoming a star consultant. That means that you are out there selling, promoting the product, and then reaping the rewards of developing a customer base. And what I think is weird, Bonnie, is we were stars when the basic skincare was $56. And now we have, a value firm repair set that retails for $215. Holy mackerel, it's so much easier to be a star than what it was when we were young in Mary Kay.
I forget about that. That is so true.
The levels have not changed. So what are some of the benefits of being a star? Okay, we've already talked about it. Prizes and prizes. You might not be prize motivated. If you don't want the prize, then get the prize and give it away to someone else, right?
Yeah, you could do some people do this. I know I have a consultant in my unit who she quite often will give them away to people as gifts. I mean, quite often. And you know what? They make great gifts. It's fun to get new stuff. So
yes. Some of the other intangibles is you do get recognition for how many stars you've been, and your name is given out more often in the consultant locator. So if a customer goes and says your zip code, your name might be given out more than the average Joe because you're a star consultant. Mm-hmm. And the reason a company does that is they figure you're more of a working consultant and you might have more product on your shelf, which means you're going to provide a new customer looking to be somebody who's looking to be a new customer, better service. And that's their reason behind that, right? Okay.
Right.
Bonnie, there's a benefit for being a 4-quarter star, and that's just not any 4 quarters in a row. That is during our Mary Kay year, which starts July 1st to June 15th. So it's the quarter. That's why it's important to be a star this quarter.
So this quarter is the beginning of the 4-quarter stars. So, yep, June 16th through September 15th. That's the first quarter. So when you are a star consultant for 4 quarters in a row, per the company, you're going to get extra star bonus points. And depending on how many stars you've had, how much points you've had during the star contest, so you're going to get extra star bonus points. Often directors in their units, Dawn's unit, my unit, we might be doing something special for 4-quarter stars, probably are. And so always, that's why that 4 quarters is so important. So make sure that you're a star the first quarter. So I can't stress that enough.
Yes. The other thing is there's a new Star Consultant app that you download, and because we talked about apps last week, but that app looks like,
I can't bring it up because I'm on my phone, but Dawn is going to bring it up. And it is a great app because once you have it and you just press the button, it tells you how many points you have. I
don't know what the app looks like. Hold on.
It's a star. Surprise.
Go figure.
But backing up a little bit, this is just a couple of years ago, in the past, we've had star consultant posters that had specific, and they still do show a poster. That's what the star app looks like. They had different levels that you could achieve: 18, 24, 3,000, 36, 48, 6, 78, 96. And it was a star consultant poster, and it had specific goals that you could get. You couldn't roll over your points. You had to use them. You could divide them if you wanted to, like 36 could get 218 prizes, but you couldn't save them. So the Star Consultant program has changed a little bit in the last couple of years. They have a website that you can go in and you can pick out prizes. So when you are a Star Consultant and those points are entered in your, like at the end of the quarter, the company will automatically give you points and you can spend those points however you want, whenever you want. You might want to save them for a year. Might want to save them for a bigger prize, but whenever you want, you can go in and you can redeem those points. It might be jewelry, it might be household items, it could be yard stuff, it could be, I mean, there's crazy things on there. There's like, it's just a ton of stuff. It's so much. In there, they have, and you can also you can win gift cards. Dawn and I have done gift cards quite often. Dawn, tell us what you've done with gift cards. I love the gift cards.
Okay, so recently I'm having my house resided and I needed a new garage window. So I got a Home Depot gift card so that I could put a new window in. And I'm like, it's really bad when you're selling me a window. You know what? But I've gotten grills. I love to grill. I have a Weber grill that I got, Home Depot gift cards. I just, you name it. I mean, restaurant cards, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Amazon gift cards, department store gift cards. I think I got a Sharp vacuum cleaner with Kohl's gift cards. So you can but now they probably have that in that prize category. But last year I was so excited because I went in and I was booking, and I just want to point this out because sometimes people are really motivated by travel, and I am. I love to go places and spend family and friend quality time. And I saw that you could use Airbnb certificates. So I took my points and I turned them into Airbnb certificates. And I had a whole week in Tucson. I just put a down payment on with gift certificates on a Prescott, Arizona trip for next year. So you can utilize those points however you want. Amazing. Oh, I get so excited. I do get so excited looking at it. I was going to say you can create. So we used to have a poster, and they still have a poster that if you wanted to just look at the poster and you said, I want to go for that, you can do that. But in the app or on the computer or on the app, you can create a wish list. So if you see a prize and you're like, oh, I really want that. That is so cool. Could be for yourself or your family, grandkids, whatever. You can save that and it'll put it into a poster. So you can make your own wish list, your own poster of the things that you want. So you can save certain things. When I go in, there's certain things I have saved that I really like and I wouldn't mind having.
And you know, Bonnie, we're not going to be technical about this, but when you get your points, let's say you're a Ruby Star and you have 2,400 points, you go into the app or the website and you put your points, it gives you
extra.
Do a conversion so that the conversion points go towards your shopping items. So it's not point for point in the program. Does that make sense? So that way you can figure out how many wholesale dollars you need or how many star points you need to get your prize. So you don't have to be technical about it, but it's fun.
Sometimes I go in there. It really is goal setting. Sometimes I go in there and I'm like, well, if I did this much, how much is that worth? Yes. And I see like what it converts to. So it is fun when you get used to it. And like anything else, you can do it on your phone, but like anything else, you just have to take the time to learn it. When you go into Mary Kay and you do it, it is, if you go to, I was going to show you, but this is like stuck here. You go into contests, and then it'll go like new Star Consultant program, and you click on that, and then it'll say see star worthy prizes, and you click on that button, and it'll bring it all up and take you exactly where you need to go to see that.
Yes, so I mean it's fun, and like I said, Bonnie, the reason we're talking about it now is it's August 1st, and we still have 45 days to finish your star. And when you have a mission and a passion, we can get this done in 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I just want to mention, as a sales director, as your sales directors, if you are like, I haven't been a star in a long time, or I really would like to be a star, I don't know how to go about it, talk to us and we can help you break it down and we can give you ideas that make it work. And like anything else, you're going to hear an idea that's going to be like, oh, I could do that. And then you're going to hear another idea that somebody else is doing and you're like, that's not me. So we can give you a whole bunch of ideas, find something that works for you and really excites you and to help you be a star. And that is just makes our hearts proud.
Well, Bonnie, it's as easy as almost selling, I think it's like 30 basic skincare sets, like 3D Miracle sets. That would almost be what you would need to be a star. And so, you can go out there and blitz that, or just, you might say, I'm going to do a portion of skincare sets and then do some other glamour. So, I mean, it's you create that vision and how that works. And it's so exciting to see people race stars.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We love applauding you, and Star Consultant really is a track to run on. So it's a contest that's been around. It's going to stay around. So really just get to know it so you can be celebrating with prizes coming to your door, and yes. And we can be applauding you and awarding you in your success too. So, yay!
All right, Bonnie. We will see you next week. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Sounds great.